We just finished the bean field down the bottom, and we're up in what we call the north plot. It's just shy of 2 acres. This is the first time in about 10 years that I've planted corn in here, and it did really well this year. I hit it right with nitrogen, and it's really tall. This spot that we're sitting on right now is a great intersection of why 2 main roads here are trails, and we've got a tree double set right there that we call the killing tree. There's a real deep draw that's right below it, so we can actually come around from camp and drop into that draw and sneak up into that stand without deer being in the field able to even hear you or see you. Works out really good on a north or a northwest wind. It's perfect for that. But we've made our way up through the timber on a trail, and the guys brought the drone up here, so we're actually going to this mix that I'm having them seed in both the corn and the beans today is it's an annual clover mix of about 5 different clovers, and cold tolerant clovers. Frosty Berseem is one of the main ones in there. And then they're going to put an additional 30 pounds of winter wheat into the corn too. This is something different than what I would normally do on a cover crop scenario, because the fact that we had several perennial clover fields that had ran their life cycle. They were done. We were ready to replant them. So Zach and I yesterday worked them all up with the ferminator and planted them in a fall blend that has the greens and grains in it. And then we also top sowed our perennial clover in. So we have more than enough of those traditional greens and grain mixes planted all across the farm. So I wanted to do something different in these standing crops, and we're trying this this five species annual clover mix with winter wheat just for diversity. There was a time that I planted that exact mix in this field one year in the wintertime, and it was just loaded with deer. They absolutely loved it. So I don't know why I haven't done it since then, but we're getting ready to overseed this with the drone. It's been a really cool, exciting day. These guys have been very gracious to drive all the way out here and show us their technology. And this stuff is, I don't know, we just pulled an ear off.
Walk out there in it so you can see the bare soil.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can see I've got this is 30-inch rows planted with an old John Deere 7000 planter. And well, right now the leaves are still hanging fairly horizontal, but that seed is going to work its way through this opening in the canopy and drop to the ground. And here within a few short weeks, as these leaves start to drop and hang, as the corn stalks start drying down, they've got plenty of moisture on the ground. This seed's just going to explode. It's going to blow up. It's shaded right now to prevent the soil from drying out, but the perfect timing of this is to coincide with the corn stalks drying down and opening up and getting sun once those seeds emerge and start really taking off. So it's a tried and true method. I mean, a lot of farmers around here aerial fly on cover crop seed, and a lot of guys think that they put it on so late, but you think about it, some of these guys aren't putting cover crop seed on until after they harvest the grain sometimes, and they still get a really good stand of those brassicas and soil conditioning turnips and radishes. So my theory is I planted beans in this field multiple years in a row, along with a fall cover crop over the top of it. And then I didn't do a planting time fertilizer application, but when the corn was, I don't know, knee high, just shy of knee high, I came out here right before a rain and put straight granular urea right ahead of a thunderstorm. It rained that night, and the corn the next week I came out and it was dark green and blown up almost 8 to 10 feet high. It just, I mean, from knee high to, 8 to 10 feet high took a few weeks, but it got there in a hurry. So not a bad shabby corn crop for a deer farmer.